Alright, so what we're going to be doing is making a horror themed cooking game in Godot. It's getting close to October, and everyone's doing like horror themed shit, so you might as well cash in on the trend while you can. And it's also a great way for hacky developers like myself. And so I kind of have like an idea and a premise in mind, and that is we'll read here: we will be the player forced to make food for demons to gain our freedom. And we need to create a scene in Blender to export to Godot, and we'll need these things to make. Yeah, so those are all my notes. I'm trying to do this with as little planning as possible, and we're just going to jump right into it. I have a scene in Blender. I'm gonna get rid, well, we can leave that. I just had to get rid of the default cube. He always has to die. And then I'm gonna go to plane, and as sacred geometry goes, we have to basically extend this out because that's a square, and that's good. So we'll bring that out, and I'm gonna put a texture on this, like a linoleum. I'm gonna go for like some type of oh shit, I gotta get my camera going. I forgot about that. Let me take this off. But yeah, well, I'm gonna go for a like fast food limiter space type deal, kind of floating in a void, and then the demons will like walk up and you'll have to make the food and shit. You know, pretty standard stuff. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Let me see what type of texture I'm gonna need. We go to texture, haven.com. If you've never used this website, it's pretty awesome. So you can check all the textures here. Let's go to floor. I'm sure there's something we can use. I'm looking for like a linoleum. Sorry. Clean plaster. What do we got? Let's keep going. Indoor. Ooh, that one's nice. Yeah, tread plate, that's nice too, but not really what we're looking for. This one's pretty cool. That would be good for some walls. Oh man, that would be nice, but it's just a little too brown. I'd like it if it was a little bit more, you know, floor looking. Let's go up. I think this is the one. Yeah, that looks like a fast food restaurant, so we'll download. Yeah, we'll just get the 1K. I will download it. And we'll open it up and bring it into Blender. So let me, I think I can just open with Windows Explorer. Yes, okay. So I'm going to rename this. Well, I'm actually going to copy it, and let me make a new folder for this. We're going to call this, I guess, horror game. Horror cooking game. There we go. So we'll grab that and we'll just paste it in there. So I'm going to rename this to yeah, floor textures. Floor textures. And then I'm going to make another folder in here, and we're going to call this yeah, I'm just going to call this textures, and that'll have everything in it. So we'll move that inside of there, and then we'll pull everything from that folder right there. So let me do that. Let's go here, and then we need to go to the material tab. We'll hit a new material. It's now assigned to that shape, and we'll call this, how do you spell linoleum? Linoleum. Floor. It might not even be a word, that's just what I remember people calling it. Alright, so then we have to, we can do it this way. We can go to base color and say image texture, open, and then we'll go to the horror cooking game, textures, and we want the diffuse, I believe. Let me switch to that view. Yeah, the diffuse. So, we have that open. Let's go to our material preview, and now we can actually preview it. And we need to also add a normal map to make it look a little better. So we can go to our shading tab to make this a little easier. We can go to add, we'll add a texture, image texture. Sorry, my mouth is really fucking dry and it's hard to say that word. I need more coffee. We'll open a, where are you at? Here you are. We need to go to our normals, so we'll bring that in, and then we'll say add search normal map. So we got that, and then we connect the, I think it's the color, pretty sure it's color, and then we put that into the normal there, and that will give us better reflections of our light. But I think we also need to, I need a scale of how big I should make this, and the way I'm going to do that is by using a make human model. So I'm gonna open make human, because I'm gonna use this as like the basic, all the human, all the like human models that are gonna interact with the player are gonna be this size. So it'll be easier if I just go ahead and make everything to that reference size now. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen me use make human a lot. So in this case, I really don't need anything else but just a regular sized person. So I can just go export, and I already have all these ones over here to export, but we're just going to do this guy. So we're going to say export, film box. I'm going to make his name. Let's go to my documents, and where do we have? Alright, let me... horror. There we go. So we open that. Actually, we want to... we'll make a new folder. We'll call it models. And then we will save this as size reference. So it's exported, and then we'll go into Blender and we'll say File, Import FBX, and then we'll go to the horror cooking game. We'll grab our model and we'll import it. So that's going to be the size of like our player character basically, and the other characters that we interact with. So we need to kind of scale that up to give ourselves enough room to walk around. So it's really not going to be a huge space because you're kind of going to be confined to like this thing right here, and then you know, the orders will come in. That's probably too big. Probably a little less. I haven't played a lot of these games, so it's hard for me to understand scale, but I think that'll be good for now. And yeah, hi, what's up? So now that we have that, perfect. Let's just move our model kind of off to the side over here, and let's see what stuff we wanted to put in here. So we're gonna need a sink, a fryer, a freezer, and a screen to display orders on. So a screen is pretty easy to make. We can kind of just make a cube and then make another cube. So it's like we'll go here, and we can scale this on the X and scale it on the Z. And you know, I mean, that's pretty much a screen right there. And then you just kind of bring that in, and you know, that's some real fucking development shit right there. Let's go big or go home. Look at that. Perfect screen. And if you want to add a little more, you know, zazz to it, you could put a subdivision here and maybe, I don't know, scale that in, do something like that. That looks a little better. And then I'll just take a little patch out here on the back so it looks like there's some stuff in there. Let's see. This probably isn't the most efficient way to do it, but yeah, let me just like scale that in, and maybe I'll put some wires going in there or something. Everything's gonna be pretty like low resolution, and so you'll probably actually never see the screen because there'll probably always be some type of thing overlaid over it in the game. But for now, it's whatever. We're just gonna make a kind of a black texture for it. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering about these eyeballs floating there, they're supposed to go to the model, but sometimes they get lost. So we'll just turn them off, and then yeah, we'll call this I think we'll just call this TV black, and then we'll just make the color a black, and we'll make it probably a little less glossy. Turn the roughness up. So there we go for now. That's just kind of, we're trying to get our scene down and like our size of scale. So we'll have that, probably scale that up a little bit because the player is going to be able to need to see it. You're going to have like a first person view, something like this. I got to go back. Sorry, it's another project I'm doing. So let's go to, let's actually save this in the horror game. Horror cooking game, and we'll save it. What are we going to call this? We're going to call this mock-up scene. And then we'll say new folder. And shit, what are we going to do? We'll call this, we'll just call this scenes for now. And I'll save it here. Alright, and we'll save that Blender file. Oh, thanks. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to make more tutorial stuff. I kind of went off script a little bit and started making like a different game, but you know, now I want to get back to the regular stuff on my channel and make some tutorials for a little while. So yeah, now that we have this TV in there, what else do we need? We need a sink, a fryer, a freezer, and a screen, and then trays of stuff. Very descriptive on my part right there. I can't remember what I was going for. But freezer should be pretty easy, right? That's just like a cube and then like another cube. Let me grab a picture of a freezer real quick. Yeah. Hold on, I'm saving an image on my other screen. So let me go. I just got to create a new references folder and then throw that guy right in there. And we're going to call this freezer. There we go. Okay, and now I can open that up in Blender. So I'll go here, and then I have an add-on called Images Planes. So I'll go File, Image as Planes, and let's go one level up. Let's go to, it's a WebP, so I hope it's in here. Oh, nice, it can take WebPs. So that should be in there. Let's scale it up. That's going to be the freezer we're making. And we have to have the ability to open just like that. So let's get to work. We got this. We can obviously just scale that up like that. I want to bring it out of the ground. So I'll hit G and then Z. And I'm actually going to, I think I have screencast keys. Damn, maybe I don't. Oh yeah. Cool. So now you should be able to see whatever I'm typing on the screen. Nice. Okay. So there we go. We have our cube there. We want to probably shrink it on the X to make it a little more rectangular. Then we're going to go to edit mode. We'll select this face, and I'm going to hit E. And then before I move it at all, I'm just going to hit S, and that'll bring it in. E is to extrude, makes a new face. S will scale that face. And then what we can do is hit E again while we're here. Nope, sorry, I clicked off. We hit E, and then we say Z, and that'll bring it... maybe don't hit Z. That'll bring it straight down. And we really don't need it that deep, because it's going to be, like, filled with ice and stuff. We'll probably put, like, ice textures or something in there. And that'll make it just easier for us. So, that looks good. Wish that would get off my screen. There we go. We'll go back to object mode. Sorry, let me save. I'm going to add a top. And we're going to work on this more. It's not like completely finished. I'm just adding more shit. I'm going to go G, Z, and then S. And let me get on top so I can actually scale it to about the same size. I'm not going to worry too much if it's like a little bit off. I'm too cool for that. So then we'll scale it on the Z, and we'll then probably hide this, and we'll grab that, and we'll hit E, and we'll scale it in, and then we'll hit E, and then we'll bring it down just a little bit, kind of like that one is. And then are we going to worry about putting those ribs in there? Probably not. We might put another slightly smaller edge, so I'll just shrink it down and pull it a little bit forward. So that looks pretty good. Alt H to unhide everything, and let's get this guy out of here. Actually, that's probably, what do you think, too tall? I think so. So let me, I'm going to shrink it on the Z and bring it down. And then bring it, well, you know, there's no reason to do that, because then I have to modify the top one too, so we're not going to shrink it there. But I'm going to have this one right here. Yeah, I guess it can take WebP with the image as planes, so if you have where is it, file, import, images planes, you can go to edit, preferences, and then images planes and import it. It's like with Blender, but it's not automatically enabled. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, then we have that, and I need to make some like clasps to go on the back, so I think I'm going to make a plane actually, and bring this up over here and then rotate it on a 90. I'll scale it in, and then I'll bring it forward, and then let me see it from this angle. We'll bring it, oh great, get out of here. I'm going to go to wireframe so I can see it better. G on the Y probably. We'll bring it over here. And then I'm going to, I think what I'll do is go to edit mode, and I'm going to cut it like right here, and then come right there and do the same thing. And then I'll just get rid of this vertices. I'll just say edges, delete the edges. I'm actually going to delete these edges too. So now I have that shape, and then I'm going to so I could either make it square by like extruding and then extruding, but I was planning on maybe adding a we'll go to add a cylinder, and yeah, how many faces? I guess 32 is fine. We don't need that much resolution. I'm going to spin it 90 degrees. scale it down. I'm gonna bring it up, and this is kind of be like the thing it revolves around, because you can't open a latch with two bare hinges. You need a spinny thing. So we'll bring it over here. Oh shit! Bring it over here, and yeah. You think it should be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller? Probably a little bit smaller. No, probably a little bit bigger. Hinges would be a little bit over. I mean, now you're going to be able to see it, and then we'll scale it down. Shit, how do I do that? Shift. S, Shift X, maybe? S, Shift Y. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want, I think. Fuck it. We'll do that. I'm gonna say, where is shade smooth? Shade smooth. And then maybe I'll just get rid of, I'm going to actually grab both of these and join them by Control J, and then I'll edit both of them, and I'm gonna hit the / to basically it gets rid of everything else and just shows these. Then I think what I'm going to do is see if I can join like two of these right here. Like if I join this vertices and that vertices with a J, and I do the other one over here. I think it's this one and this one, right? Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to say J. Oh. Nice. Well, whatever, as long as I have that. So then I'm going to select these right here and delete all these faces because we don't need them. Delete faces. Yo, what's up? Nothing much, just hanging out. Nice, so we have that, and then what I'm going to do is pretty much scale it to fit that little thing. So we'll, oh shit, let me go back to edit mode. I'm going to hit L, and that'll grab everything that's like linked, and then I can move it in like that. And I just want to scale it. Oh, let me go back to edit mode and have that selection right there, and scale it right there. But just, and I think that'll be good enough for now. I'll come back and probably put textures on it, but it just needs to look good like from a distance. Plus you're never going to see the back of it anyway. Anyway, Shift D, G on the Y, and then we'll bring that one over here. We got two of them now, and aren't we cool? And we're just gonna make these black, so we'll put TV black on these, and then I guess we'll just make this like a kind of a grayer. We'll call this fridge gray. And maybe I'll make this like a nice aluminum in the future. Let's see. Fridge gray. Wow, that took my brain a little while to process. I don't know why. So, we got our latches, we got the freezer. I'm going to probably join all this shit together because I don't see a reason not to. There's no one here to stop me, so we'll join it. And then we will move it to the over here, and what I'm also going to do is say object set origin to center of mass, so that way it's from the center of mass, so it rotates the way you would think about it rotating. So what else did we need? Freezer, we have that. We should probably animate it. Yeah, let's go ahead and animate it. So we got to add an armature. This is the only way I know how to animate. So armature, bring that thing over here, rotate it 90, 1 second. Alright, I'm good. So now we're going to scale this bone up a little bit. My approach is going to be having one right here, and then I'll have one right here. And this one, might as well like put it this way. I probably should reverse the position of these because this one is going to be the parent bone, I believe. Oh wait, no, they're two different bones. Shit. Okay, let me rethink that. This one right here, go to edit mode, because I'm not an idiot, and then I'll rotate it. Actually, I don't want to rotate that one. I want to go back to object mode, and then rotate it, and bring it here. And then I want to go to edit mode, and then I will add a single bone. And from there, I will scale that up. Where's it at? Is it all the way over here? Oh, nice. I will bring that over here, and then I'll rotate it there, scale it up. This is going to be the top flap, and I'll just have them use flapper lock technology. So I don't even think it has to be perfect, and then we're going to have to weight paint it and stuff. So let me also go back to object mode and just move them both down. So I'm also going to grab this and say viewport display in front, so they're always in front. We can also change them to sticks. I think that might be a little bit easier. Let me go here and name this fridge armature, if I can spell it. And then we will say bone. Which one are you? Let me go to edit mode. So you are, I'm going to call you base. Yeah, we'll call this base, and we'll call this one lid right there. So now we're going to grab this and grab that and say control P, and then with automatic weights, probably not the best idea, but let me do this now. I'm going to go to I've only really done this with human skeletons, so let's see how this looks. We're going to rotate this up. So you can see that it has influence on the entirety of the fridge, which we don't want. We don't want this section over here to be moving. So all we have to do is click on this model, and then we go to weight paint, and we can see the influence of each bone. We only have two groups here. So all I need to do is go to subtract, and I can also click up here, and then I can, you know, select which body I want to only like operate on, and I only want to operate on this right now. So I'm on the lid vertex groups, and I want to remove all influence. So I go back to my brush tool, I'm on subtract, and I can actually hit alt and drag down, and that kind of like drags it down in a cascading fashion. I'll just show you real quick because it's easier to show on add, but if I like drag down this way, it adds the whole thing and crumples it all up, but you know, it subtracts influence the other way. So just to be sure, we'll subtract, we'll hit alt, and then we'll drag all the way over to remove all influence, and then we'll go back to we'll stay in weight paint, we'll click back on our pointer, we'll hit this again, and then I want to hit L on this, and we'll select the base vertex, and then we'll go back to our brush, we'll go back to subtract, we'll use the alt, and we'll remove all influence. As for the hinges, since they are being hidden by the lid moving, they're on their own, and we don't care about them. So what I'm going to do then is go to animation. I'm going to go to action editor. I'm going to make a new animation, I believe. New, and we'll say this fridge open. Okay, so to get everything back to normal, I can hit, I'm in pose mode, I hit Alt R and Alt G, that brings everything back to where it should be. This bone, I'm not going to move it all, but I am going to save its position, so I can hit A to select all the bones. I can then hit I to insert a keyframe, which is where they are in this moment in time. So I'll hit one of location and rotation, and then I'll move like 100. Actually, it's going to be much faster than that because you're going to be grabbing stuff out of here. So we'll fling this open to about right there, and then we'll hit A again and insert location and rotation. So now you can see that that flings open. Yeah, so 20 frames. I think that would be about a second, so 15 frames, that would be like, is that like a second about? Anyway, we can always speed it up in Godot, so I just would rather have it be like 15 or 20, somewhere like, you know, within the 5 range. It makes more sense. But for now, that will be fine, and I guess I should make some type of ice texture. What I'm going to try and do is actually, I'm just going to Google ice texture really quickly. And see if I can get like something. If not, I'll AI generate it. Ice cube texture, not the wrapper, but the actual crushed ice. Okay, so yeah, let me do something. I'm gonna go to a different screen real quick, and then I'm gonna hit up the Bing. Nah, Bing image creator. Well, we could, yeah. So join and create. Sign in with personal account. Nice. So I'm gonna hit ice cube texture for video game, and I can bring that over here. This is what you would see. So we can create, I do this for, this is free by the way, it's not like paid. I think you can do like 14 of these a day, but yeah, let's see what this produces. Maybe this is something we can use. Basically I'm gonna crumple up like a thing. Oh no. How about this? Seamless. Thanks AI, thanks for being useless. Try harder. I don't know, I've had good results sometimes. And then sometimes it's not that great. That's not useful at all. Oh, you suck, dude. Alright, it was worth a try. The next best thing we can do is to, I'm still on Google Images, we'll just save this one, save image as, we'll put it in our reference folder, and then we'll get back into Blender, we'll go to layout, and what I'm going to do is say add, we'll go to, yeah, icosphere, no, fuck that thing, I should have said that, alright. G on the X, we'll bring it up, G, Z, and then we'll expand this out right here. Basically what I'm going to do is crumple it all up with the, let's go to sculpt mode, and we can use a, we're going to go to Dino Topo. This will change everything, we don't really care about that. We're going to use the snake tool. I'm going to make it a little bigger, and I'm just trying to make it kind of bunched up. I probably should have moved it better into position. Let me do that. So I'm kind of going to sync it in the box right here. Let me go to wireframe. I'm just going to go, well, we shouldn't do that. We should just put that here. And I honestly don't need a bottom for it. So to save on vertices, we'll just like delete all those faces. And then we can move it down. Let's actually scale it like this. We'll scale it, who cares? And we'll have it just like that. It doesn't matter if it pokes into the frame, and we just need to kind of square it up a bit. So let's go back to our sculpt mode, and I'm upside down, all turned around, don't know what's going on, head in the clouds. So we'll bring this in. This kind of allows us to sculpt it a little more free form. Let's see, let's go to solid view. I think that'll help a little more. Man, what is that thing poking? Why is there? Oh shit, I got rid of that. Damn it. You know what? We're gonna have to do it again. We'll make it better this time. UV sphere. We will bring it right on over. We're going to scale it up. Bring it up. And then this time I'll get rid of it in the correct way. So we'll get rid of half the vertices, delete them, don't need them. We'll go up here. Bring it in. Bring it in just a little bit like that. And then we will go to sculpt mode. And now we can, oh, we gotta hit Dino Topo. And what that does is like it adds extra geometry whenever you move stuff around. So that way we can kind of make it more, you know, shaped like it should be. And my plan is to just kind of go through the walls on a lot of these because, like, you know, it's gonna look decent anyway. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it that well, and there's gonna be like stuff on top of it, so who gives a shit. And then what we're also gonna do is bring this down, and let me go to solid view. I'm gonna bring all that down. And we'll keep moving some of that. This is high quality content right here. Let me skip to the next song. It's not playing. There we go. So we'll bring this down, even it out a little bit. And nice. So there we go. We have our freezer. And this will contain, let me sculpt mode. Get in there. There we go. Perfect. We're real game developers now. Look at that. Okay, perfect. And then let's apply that texture that I saved. So we're going to go here, and then we'll say ice. I look like a bald review bra. Nice, dude. I always thought I looked like the Happy Time Harry doll from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, the one with the fucking hook for a hand. But yeah, I'm taking a break from the lolcow game for a minute, just because I wanted to make some content people would actually watch. But yeah. Alright, so nice. Let's get the ice in there. Image, texture. We'll open it. We need to go up one to textures. I think I saved it in references. Okay, so we can't, or maybe I didn't save it correctly. Save image as. Where did you go? It's a JFIF. A JFIF. I guess we can't use JFIFs. But what I can do is bring it into GIMP. Let's open GIMP up. We'll go File, Open, and we need to go back to Horror Cooking Game, References. We'll open up the JFIF, and we will export as a JPEG. And then Blender will be able to read it. Bam, look at that. Very smart of me to name it download. I'll never find it again. But yeah, so we'll go back to object mode, and we'll go to shade smooth. And then I think I'm going to take a modifier and hold on, let me do that. I'm going to add a modifier to take down the amount of vertices. So we have a ton. We're going to go modifier. We want to, it's decimate. Decimate. So 4,425 faces, a ton of vertices. We can bring that down because we really don't need a lot of definition on this ice. And we can kind of switch different modes. I mean, that still looks pretty decent. Nothing's poking out. So, I mean, let's see if we can get it down to like, you know, 990, whatever. That's a lot still, but it's better. So we'll do that, and then we'll say object. I think I can go Control A, and I'll apply the scale. And let's take a look at that texture now. So it still looks like crap. Awesome. Yeah, let's go to our UV editing. We'll select our guy here, L. We'll just select everything. We could have just hit A as well. So UV on wrap. And yeah, so maybe we just scale it up and see how it looks. Nice. So, I mean, that's like what I was kind of going for. Not great, but you know, for right now, it like illustrates the point, and I'll probably have to find a different texture in the future. And I'll show you a cool thing you can do in GIMP. That's probably a little too big, but let me go back to GIMP. Since we already have this open, we can go to filters. We can go to, where is it? I think it's Edge. One of them, is it artistic? Oh, generic, there it is. Normal map. So we can make a normal map and then change it over. We'll go File, Export As, and we'll call this Ice Normal. And we probably should put this in the textures, but you know, sometimes you gotta be cool and not do that. So we'll go here, and then we gotta go to shading. Make sure we're on the ice. Awesome. We'll go add texture, image texture, and then we'll open that ice normals. So we'll go to references, we'll grab that normal, and we'll add the normal map, just like we did for the linoleum floor. We'll throw that in, and then that will look better once we go back to UV editing, and we're just going to shrink that down until it looks relatively like ice would look. So there we go, and if we go to layout, what does rendered look like? So we don't have enough light, so let there be a little light there, and we'll add some more. And I definitely want to turn that up. Let's go like 9,000. What if we go? If we do that, there we go. Make it bright up in here. So that'll be there. I'll probably have like another one down here, and we can also change the influence of that normal map that looks a little bit crazy. So if we go back to our shading, we go to rendered here. We have our strength right there. We can kind of turn it in and out. So like right about, I think, I'm gonna go like 0.7. I think that looks the best to my eye. Might look different on the stream. But yeah, we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. We got the linoleum floor here. I really like the way that looks. We need to round out these corners a little bit. I think I'm just gonna probably grab them like this, and kind of do that. They don't need a lot. I mean, it's not like, and then if I go back to object mode, definitely appears a little. Is it shaded smooth? There we go. Oh, nice. That's terrible. Let me actually Control A on that and apply the scale. Hopefully I didn't mess with anything there. And then we don't have any textures for this. Let me check Texture Haven and see if they got anything worthwhile. Fridge texture. Let me just Google it. Yeah, that'll do. I'm going to save this image. Let me actually put it in my textures. Sorry, you probably can't see this, but all I'm doing is saving an image file, so very exciting stuff. And we'll call this fridge texture. Alright, there we go. So I've got that. We're gonna, of course, open it up because we got to make normals for it. We'll go open. It's in our textures here. Fridge texture. Open it up. Isn't that so cool? And then we'll go to, we gotta, yeah, filters, generic, normal map. Okay, file, export as, and then we're gonna call it fridge texture normal. Exportificate. And then we'll come in here and we're gonna do the same thing. What are we doing? Where's it at? Base color, image texture, open. We got to go up because for once we actually put it in the right place. There we go. We'll grab that. So that looks pretty awful, and we're gonna have to change the. Let me do this. I just got to change the inside of it real quick. I want to do that while I remember it. So I'm gonna grab the top and just hide it right now. And then I want to grab these 4 planes, and I'm not even going to worry. Well, shit, we'll just click the one on the bottom. I know it's going to click through that anyway. So then what we'll do is we'll make a new material, and we'll just call this white for now, and we'll assign it, and that way we can see that's a different one. We'll handle that differently. Then we'll grab that. Well, we don't want to hit assign, we want to hit select. So now we've selected all those. I'm going to go back to UV editing. And I'm going to hit Alt H because I want everything. Yeah, you can hear me? Awesome. I see my voice thing now. Cool. So let's just scale it up and see what happens. Let's see how that works. Ah, shit. I was worried about that. So, damn, we might have to find a different one because that's going to require a lot of doing to get that out of there. It's far past my knowledge. Let me double check if I can get a different texture real quick. Here we go. Fridge texture. Seamless. Difficult to find. Oh. Yeah, I mean, we could make it stainless steel. That's an option. Damn, you know what? For now, we'll just leave it as it is. It's kind of a shitty solution, but maybe I can just, maybe I can handle it maybe a little more elegantly by like shrinking that down. I mean, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, I actually kind of like that, so that's fine up top. I'm just going to shrink them down to, you know, roughly match the shape, and that way you still can't see that the shading is different. That's why you see those lines, because the shading is different from different angles of it. I guess when they took the picture, it has different lights, which it's hard to create a seamless texture from a real image. I've seen people do it, but it can be difficult. So we'll grab this one and we'll do the same thing. We'll perform this rocket science surgery known as making it roughly fit, and we'll do the same with this. Move it up, and then we want to get these sides as well. These should look pretty decent. Yeah, we want to get them roughly about the same. And this does kind of look a little off, which is like kind of what we're going for. You know, we can't really do realistic because I just don't have like a team of people to do that. So we're gonna do like, you know, I don't know, into the, I don't know what to call it. You know, like semi-realistic. So I fucked this up. Which way do I need to go? I need to make this a little smaller, and then make the Y a little smaller as well. Good enough. Good enough for my eyes. We'll bring that down. You'll never really see this back edge anyway, but just because you and I know it's there, I'll actually fix it. And we need to scale that up. And do the same thing over here. S on the X, S on the Y, or whatever. There we go. That's good enough. And now we just need to figure out what to do here. So we need to fix this. Edit mode. Let me hit L, and then I'm gonna hide that, and I'm gonna go to / so I only have the object I'm focused on selected. This we just need to perform the little trick right there, and then these I think what I'm gonna do, let me hit Alt, and then if you click in the corner you can hit all of those, and I'm gonna try it here too. So I've got that, and let me get this one as well, and I think I'm going to assign those to the white, as well as this one. Not that way, I want to select around it like that. And what happens if I do that? How does that look? I kind of liked it better the other way, so we'll hit Control Z, and yeah. So we're eventually going to get another texture for here. I'm trying to think what I should put in there, and then we probably should fix that. Alt H to unhide everything. We'll hit L and then hide this one, and then we'll go here. So we can grab these, and we need to unwrap them because you can see they're all flat. So we'll hit UV unwrap, and that actually did a pretty good job. So we're gonna leave that as it is. We'll score that one as a win, and then we'll go back to our animation. So we have our fridge open. We need to double it and then say fridge close. And all I'm going to do is take this and move it over here, and then take that and move it back to the start. And then this was at 15, I remember, using my brain. So we'll save it, and then you can see here that this time it closes. So that's very exciting. And then we'll obviously have one that's just going to stay closed. We'll say fridge closed, and then we'll just hit Alt R, shit, and that will completely ruin everything. We'll hit Control Z. I'm gonna go to pose mode, and I'll hit Alt R, and that will bring it back to where it should be. And then I'll I guess I'll hit A, and then I'll hit insert, and then insert location and rotation. Then I'll get rid of this and get rid of that, and hopefully that other animation was made correctly, even though it was in like the wrong spot. I don't know, I feel pretty good about it. What happens if I click on these and I go to pose mode, and then I just say fridge close, and I play it, and I hit A. Okay, so yeah, we got keyframes. We're good. Nice. So I feel like the fridge is somewhat realized. Our vision is here. It's true. And now we need to work on the fryer. What does a fryer even look like? Fryer, fast food. Go to images. Nice. So let me download this image. Sorry, it's off screen. I'm gonna put this one in the references, and it's a WebP, so we can use it with image as planes. Awesome. We'll go back to layout. I'm going to bring in that image file, import, image as planes, references, the Finalizer, and then we'll scale it on up. I hit it in the wrong direction. There we go. Doesn't that look delicious? Let me just kind of get it to where I want it to be. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to make it on this side, over here. So R on the Z, 180, spin it around and move it over here. And then I'll just kind of bring it up so I have a nice reference. So, as with pretty much all things in Blender, it's going to start with a cube, the most sacred of geometry. So, cube. And looks like it's going to be expanded out this way. We should probably make it about that big, and then it's going to be expanded out this way. We'll then bring it up like this, put it like that, just about. That would be about the height, right? So I think I just need to bring that bottom up a little bit. We'll grab that bottom, bring it just right up to the floor. We'll get autistic about it and then get up real close. Right there, perfect. And then we'll go and bring this back right over there. Oh yeah, my voice is soothing. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I used to smoke cigarettes, so there you go. We'll go to solid, and then we'll move it back. Okay, so I gotta have like different bays like that, and then I want to have like one piece up front here. So what I can do is just grab it, and we'll hit I to inset. We'll bring it forward. Is there a way that I can individual? Damn, I would like to, you know, make it so that, whatever. We'll figure it out. We're gonna hit E to bring this down. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to bring it backwards on the X, because there's going to be a lot less of a lip back there, and it's going to come up as a hood. So we'll go on the Y. I used to bend up sheet metal at a shop, and I used to make stuff that would like go around the outside of stuff like this with a big industrial press. But yeah, so let's bring that down. We'll make those bays. Actually, you know what? I think we should cut this guy up right here. So we want to have some slices right there. Nice. And I think we want to, looks like there's kind of a second bay up here, and then the handles will poke out over there. So, cool. And there is one thing that did bug me a little bit when we brought these in. I didn't like how they were like slightly aligned over there, so we're going to go S and then on the X, and then if I hit, I think actually S on the Y, that'll scale them, and then we hit 0, it'll align them. So we'll do that over here. S on the Y, 0, align them. And I guess we could do it with this as well, and I think we should. S on the X this time, and then 0, and that'll align them. And then I'm going to, I guess, just... they have these larger bars in there, but I'm not going to worry about that. We're not going to make it that realistic. We're just going to grab these. Actually, I might have to grab them individually and just hit I. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about making sure they're all exactly perfect. little too much. Alright, so now we're going to grab them all these little bays, and we'll hit E and extrude them down. So probably about like, probably pretty deep, you know, because we're going to have like a layer of oil. We'll probably add material in here, and that's going to be boiling. So we'll have to add some type of effect in Godot. It's usually 2 baskets per tub, and there's a metal bar above it along the back that holds the baskets upright. That should sell it. Ah, okay. Nice. So, yeah, I'll put a little bar in here, and then I'll put the baskets there or whatever. Basically, it's going to be like video game mechanics, so I'm just hoping they can, like, come up. It probably will be held by nothing, and then they'll go down once you put food in them. And actually, for that, I probably will have to shrink the whole thing down. So let me grab all these faces. Let me grab this wireframe. Grab all that. And I'm just going to bring it down. I think it'll be easier for the player to see if it's like further down, even though it's not, it's less realistic. I guess we'll have to think about the player and maybe care about them sometimes, even though they are to be admonished and hated, apparently, according to Otaku and all the other gaming journalists. So we'll hit E and we'll extrude this up, and that'll be our nice aluminum, actually stainless steel. That would be 303 stainless steel back there. I used to unload that shit from trucks every day. And then, nice, what are we gonna do? Let me go back to our material preview. Yeah, there we go. I like that. So we got to get some type of metal texture. Let's figure that out, and then we'll make the baskets and shit. And my cat is here. Awesome. Wonderful. Let's go. Metal texture. Oh, there might be one on Texture Haven. That they might have. Do I have over here? Let's take a look. What do you got for metal? That's very nice looking, but not what we want. We need something. Yeah, cook on some tread plate, dude. Some, oh yeah, rusty metal. Great, that's what I want to cook on. Yeah, not what I'm really looking for. Sorry guys, just don't have anything. So let me look on my other screen real quick. I'm just gonna Google seamless metal texture, and all right, I got a few. I think we'll save this image, and I don't know, there's a lot of highlight to that one. Fuck it, we'll try this one. Let's go to references. We'll go to textures. We're going to save this in the fridge stuff anyway, and then, sorry you can't see any of this, but I'm going to save this as seamless metal. Seamless metal. The hardest band you never heard of. We'll go to edit mode. Actually, we'll just select the whole thing. We'll make a new material, and we'll call it seamless metal. Image texture. Open. Yeah. Well, that looks like garbage. So we'll just start by selecting this and going to UV editing. Actually, we need to go back here. Yeah, we can still stay in editing. You know, I'm just gonna hit the whole thing and say UV smart UV project, and let's see what happens. And if, well, I mean, that looks very like PlayStation 1-ish. I mean, not really the vibe we're going for. So we're looking for a little more realistic than that. What happens if I just scale this up a whole bunch? I think this picture just kind of sucks. I mean, that's not that bad. So what I want to do is like grab. I'm gonna have to unwrap this. So I'm just gonna grab these. I'm gonna say UV unwrap, and what happens if I flip this 90? Does that look better? That was kind of what I was looking for, and I'll maybe scale it down on the... Scale it up, down. Yeah, that's not bad. For now, I might have to replace it, but we'd have to, we have to unwrap it anyway. So let's grab these, and we'll just get them roughly in place. Pretty much gonna have to flip them 90 and then move them around. And I think once we add a metallic to the material, let's actually go ahead and do that now. Let's go to render, and I'm going to change the metallic to 1. Most things I've heard are either metallic or non-metallic. You wouldn't usually put it at like 0.75 or whatever. And the roughness, I guess we should put like somewhere, that'd be like 0, somewhere like here. It's got some reflectiveness. Looking a little better. We could make some normals for that and see if it looks even better, but let's just start selecting stuff here. And I think we can actually just kind of get this whole face, but let me get the back plate first. I'll go back to UV editing. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around. Grab all these, and then we'll bring it in R90. Bring that guy right there. And then we might as well scale it up on the Y just to make it the full texture, and material preview. That's fine. You'll probably never see that anyway. We'll grab this one, R90, flip it around, hit enter, hit G, scale it. Yeah, nice. So we can do the same back here. Right there. And I guess we'll just leave these two little things aren't going to matter much. So R90, flip it around, and you know the drill, just get it in there. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is actually go to like vertices maybe, and I'm going to hide these and hide those, and all the stuff down here we want to hide. As well as these. Nice. Yeah. And then I'm going to grab these and hide them as well. What I want to... Oh, shit. Probably too much. Shit. Well, what I can do is just grab the faces. That'll be easier. Hide these faces. I want to hide these. I'm basically trying to select this whole like top surface and edit it all at once, so I don't have to unwrap everything. And I think that's going to be easier if I hide all the other faces around it, so I make sure that I don't select those. And the bottom I'm not even going to care about. So this is what I was going to try and do, is just grab all of these and hit UV unwrap. And then I was going to start grabbing them like this. Oh man, I would have to... Yeah, can I do that? Just kind of... I was hoping they would maybe be a little better automatically, but I don't know why I would expect that. So, let's scale these up a little bit. These don't need to be that great because they're going to be covered anyway. All this, you know what, we're just going to scale it. We're not going to scale it, we're going to put it there, and it'll be fine. And let's see what that looks like. So we got that. We have a really crappy texture. I'm not exactly happy with that, but for now it'll work as a base model for other stuff. We also need to round those corners a little bit. So what would happen if I just put a subsurface modifier Oh, that looks great. Look at how amazing that is. So I know how to do this the newbie way, where you would just keep putting edge loops in and like moving them around until they look good, but I'm not going to do that because that's going to take forever, and it's like probably not the best way to do it. Let's go back to layout, and I'm just going to break these corners with let me get out of that. Alt H. Let me see everything, and then I want to select only the edges. I want to see only this. Let me grab these, and I'll grab this and that, and all of these, and this, and that, and that, and all these, and we're just going to bevel it. We're going to bevel those first, and then we'll hit the ones on the inside. Oh, not that. We're going to bevel, and we'll break those corners just a little bit. I think right there. I'm actually going to Control Z that. I don't want to do these. I don't really like the way that was turning out, so we're just going to get these corners. And not those back corners, because that could cause some geometry issues. So, just what the player is going to see. So maybe like right there, I think would be good. And you know what? I'm actually going to let me go on the Z, and I think we're going to how do I make it? I should be able to add like multiple segments. There we go. Oh, damn, but I don't like the way that's coming out. Yeah, let me just try that again. Hit this guy up. It's because that's not like in the center there, so we could move that over to be a little more in the center. Or we could move this edge over. Let's try that. Let's just take this edge, and we'll hit G on the... Oh, actually, yeah, we'll bring this forward a little bit. There's a method to my madness. Bring that forward a little bit, and then that edge will look naturally a little better. We're going to grab both of these sides and scale them out just a little bit. Probably not the greatest idea to scale once you've already set the scale, but it's fine. No one's going to know. No one's going to tell on us. So we've got that. We then have these, and we can select it, and hopefully that will make it look a little better. And the player doesn't have to walk around it, so we're not worried about how bulky it is. So let's grab the bevel, and we're going to bevel it a good amount. I kind of like the way that looks. And then we'll grab the segments, and I think 5 segments looks good. And we're going to do the same thing up here. And I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but it's the way that we're going to do it. So, nice. We'll bevel that. I add just a segment there. And then I go into solid. Let me go to material preview. Let me go to rendered. I'll bring everything back. Let me put the light like right over here. So yeah, you can see the beveled edges definitely look a little better. Over here we have some issues. Let me see if I can do anything about that. Do I just scale them? Do they magically go away? No, they don't. You know what? For now, I'm just not going to worry about it. It's not a huge deal. It actually is a huge deal. Looks like crap. Let's get rid of that last bevel. So we'll do that. Maybe, you know what I can do is just do this. I'll do a loop cut. I really can't do it now though. Yeah, I want to put one here on the outside. Yeah, let's put a loop cut there. And let's put a loop cut here. And I'm going to get it a little closer on that side too. I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to hit this and hit that. Shift and J to join them. And then I'm going to hit this and that. I'm going to hit GG and alt slide that over. I'm going to do it over here too, even though it's not a huge deal. And then we'll grab this and we'll grab that and say J. So now if I just do it here, I think we should get a little bit of a better result because it's meshing with that one single vertices maybe, instead of the corner, and maybe I can just do it so it's not as noticeable. And maybe the corners will just kind of stand out a little bit. Maybe I can just select everything. Maybe I'm just being stupid about it. And we should just select the entirety of the thing and bevel the entire thing. It's worth a try. I would alt select it, but I don't want the back to be selected. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. I mean, you know, of course it just works better than everything I tried. There we go. That's what we want. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. Then we'll grab these, and I guess we'll do the same. I don't see any reason not to. But we can alt select these. Nice. So we got them, and then we're going to, yeah, do the bevel. Do the conjunction junction. What's your function? We have that there. Now, let's get another one in up here, because we're in bevel mode already. Oh wow, isn't that amazing? And as you can see, it looks just like the picture. You couldn't tell which is the real one and which is the one made in Blender in about 15 minutes. So we have to add some baskets, and then I'll have grease frying up in here, and we'll probably have to adjust it a little bit, but for right now this is okay. This is fine. So how am I going to make a basket? I guess we'll just start with a cube, the sacred geometry of cubes, and then we'll bring it over here. And we'll scale it to roughly be about the size. Doesn't really matter if it's as long as it's a little bit smaller. And I'm gonna go like here. I'm actually gonna not do that. I'm going to go to wireframe, and so it should just kind of peek out. So we just need to make sure it's like, that should be fine. There'll be a handle. We'll make the handle separately. I'm going to focus on this right now. So there is a modifier. Where is it? I think it's wireframe. I swear it's called wireframe. Oh, here you go. So let me see what that looks like. Or how that works. Oh, I think I have to be in object mode. So we make that wireframe right there. So what I want to do is like probably get rid of this top, delete the faces, and then if I make a bunch of loop cuts here, let me just switch back to object mode and see what that looks like. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So instead of making a ton of loop cuts like a mongoloid, we can select this and continue going here. And I think right about 22, that looks pretty good. And we can do it over here, and we can get, what do you think? Like 18. They look about the same size. Yeah, and then we can go to object mode, and we can see that we have a Finalizer grease bucket, and we need to add some things up here. So we'll do that one more time. Probably a little more than that. The Finalizer demands only the best. We'll go back to object mode, and there we have our basket. And we're just going to leave the modifier for now, because we might do a little more modifying to it, and then we'll go back out of there. And I guess we should make a handle now. So if we go back to material preview, it's just kind of like more of a wireframe sticking out, and then a green wrap around there. So I think I'm actually just going to make a plane. We'll rotate it 90 degrees, and we'll bring it over, and then we'll bring it up. And let me hit another song. There we go. So we got that there. Let's hide our fridge and our ice and our bones. And then we'll bring it on over right here, and then we'll scale it to resemble more of what we want. Probably about that wide, and it's kind of gonna be, if we go to Z on the wireframe, we can go to edit mode, and we could like put a, let's just do like 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna kind of make it a little how do I just kind of put like a lip on it or something. And then I'm going to solidify this so it'll be like more solid looking. But if I grab these and kind of spin it back, and then I'll grab this one. Oh shit. Grab that one, and I'll R, kind of bring it here, and G on the X, bring that over. What the hell is this music? It's supposed to be on lo-fi, dude. Alright, there we go. Nice. So we want to select the faces. We select all the faces. I think we should scale it in on the Y just a little. And then I think what I'm going to do is cut it here, here, and here. And we'll take this and we'll get rid of these faces there. Actually, I'm going to expand it out first. So we'll hit the E and bring that out forward on the X, and then I'm going to like get rid of these faces here, which will probably look a little strange at first, but it will make sense. So we'll delete these faces. Then I'm going to probably scale these on the Y, bring them in a little bit more like that. And what we'll do is we're going to go up top, and I'm actually going to grab these vertices and just bring them back on the X and scale them in on the Y, make them a little more shapely, and do the same thing here, S on the Y, and maybe bring them forward, you think? No, probably backwards. Whatever we do, we got to bring this with it. So if we bring them forward, I think that looks a little more like the shape it would be. And then we can take this And let me just grab that, S on the Y. We can kind of shrink this back into a handle and then expand it back on the X. And yeah, that's not bad. If we look at the handle up here, it's pretty unsimilar in the fact that it extends up not far enough. So what we need to do is just grab this whole thing. I'm actually gonna grab an edit mode. That's right, it's not solid. We'll just grab it, G on the Z. I'm gonna bring it up. Let me hit wireframe so I can actually see it. Then we'll hit this and expand it down. And what would happen if I hit wireframe on this? Let's just take a look at that. That wasn't my intention, but it might look better than what I could accomplish. So, I mean, that's not great. I think we would have to probably make the thickness a little thicker. That's not bad. Yeah, at least for this part. I think what I'm going to do is actually get rid of that for now. And I'm going to go to edit mode, and I'm going to select these faces right here. And these, and I'm going to hit P by selection, so that'll separate them into a different thing. Then these, I'm going to add the wireframe modifier. So that part will be wireframe, and then this part I'm going to go to edit mode, grab the whole thing, and then I'll hit E and expand it down. And I'll just make this into like the green handle. And I can also add a subdivision surface on this. So, and now we are going to do it the noob way. We're going to do it the cool way. We're going to bring these out like that. Yeah, and that's how you harden out an edge right there. So, bam, just like that. We'll bring another one right there, and I'm going to put some right there, just because we're probably going to bend this up a little bit. Alright, so we have that now. And what I want to do is probably make it a little bit thicker on the Z. I'm going to say object, set origin, origin the center of mass, and then S on the Z. So we'll scale that up so it looks a little more like a handle. And then this one, I think I'm going to have to make the thickness bigger, like I said. Let's make this, we'll give that the metal texture as well. Seamless metal. And then this guy, we're just going to give him a green handle. So, green handle. Wowie zowie. So let's go to material preview. Needs to be a little darker. There we go. So there we go. Not an exact copy, but you know, you get the idea of what it is. And oh, I didn't apply the seamless metal here. Nice. So I'm gonna go Control A scale, Control A scale. What did that do? All right, let me go back to here, and I think I need to make these back to where they should have been. And we can always change that up later because I'm leaving the modifier on it. I'm gonna make these a little thicker too. There we go. And so I'm just going to do the one fry bucket for now because it's clear that I'm just going to copy and paste it. And then if I click this, can I do... no, okay. I was wondering if I could add like more than just the, you know, more geometry to it so it'd be like more rounded looking, but whatever, that's fine. So, Control Save, we got Alt H, unhide everything. What do we got? Oh, we need to make an animation for this guy. So how are we going to do that? We got to add a bone. Actually, we probably don't, because I can just go to Godot, and what I'll do is make this thing a scene, and I'll just have it move up and down with an animation instead of having to go through making the shit here. I think that's a better option. Okay, so we done got the fryer, we done got the freezer, we done got the screen. Trays of stuff is still escaping my mind what I meant, but sink. I know what a sink is, so let me look that up. And I'm going to Google sink, fast food sink. Okay, so let me save this image as an image in our references, and this will be slop sink, preparing the slop for the good people. Alright, sorry you can't see that because I'm doing it off screen, but now we'll do our favorite trick. We file, import, images planes, and then we throw in what am I doing? References. Slop sink. And we got to scale it up. And then rotate it on the Z, probably about 45 degrees. No, 90. R on the Z, 90 degrees. Wowee. Okay, so now we're going to bring the slop sink on up and bring it over. So, how are we going to do this one? I guess we're going to start with, and you know, you guessed it, a cube. So we'll grab that cube and we'll bring it on over. We will then scale it up. And I guess proportionately it probably should be about here. And we'll do it right there, and then we'll bring it forward. G on the Z. Probably bring it down just a little bit. S on the Z. And we can always adjust the height of our player and kind of like move these things into the floor if need be. So, not a huge issue. Let's get this guy out of here. The naked man in our kitchen. So we want to go here and hit an inset. So we hit our inset right there, and I think we want to scale out a little more on the X. And then what I'm going to do is grab this back edge and bring that one in forward right here, so we can add a back like we did to the other one. Alright, so let's bring this up. I see someone says they want to be the Yonder Dev of Godot. How is Yonder Dev doing, by the way? Has anybody checked on him? Is he like still streaming or making that game? I've seen like some gameplay of it, and it's something else. Okay, so we'll scale that down probably about to there. And oh shit, I clicked the wrong thing. Let me get that picture out of there. That was stupid to put it right there. Fuck. Alright, get out of there. You get. Alright, so we got solid, and then I'll go to edit mode, and then bring this down. And then I guess I'll bring it in a little bit, and then I think what I'm going to do to make it a little more convincing is put like 2 of those right there, and then of course we'll do the like S trick over here. So we get a wireframe. I'm gonna grab these, we'll just grab these, S on the Y, 0, S on the X, 0, put them all together. S on the X, 0, put them all together. And then what I want to do is just kind of like lean these forward, or lean them down. So I'm going to grab all 3 of these, bring it down just a little bit, and then grab this one and bring it down the most bit. And then we'll grab this. We'll do the same over here. And we'll grab all this. We're going to go S on the Y, 0, and that'll tear it up. S on the Y, 0. Yeah, and then what we're going to do is we'll grab, I think, these and these and bring them on down. So G, Z. And then we'll just grab these and bring them down on the G, Z. And what I'm going to do then is add a cylinder and use a boolean to cut a hole in the sink. Or you know what, I could just add a like texture on top, but whatever. Add. Let's try it both ways. Let's add a no, we're not going to try both ways. It's stupid. Add. Where in the hell is it? Cylinder. There we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. So we bring it over here to our slop sink, and this will probably destroy our geometry, but I'm going to put it right in the center dot and then add a boolean modifier and see what the hell happens. And I'm actually going to put it I'm going to put it through the entire sink so we can actually have like stuff fall down the sink and just fall into a hole to nowhere. I think that's pretty funny. So I'm going to make this you know, go all the way through. And then I'm going to go to wireframe, and I guess this middle one is kind of, we need to adjust that real quick, so we'll grab it and do the scaling on the axis trick. So S on the, I think, Y, 0, scale it on in there, then we can do the boolean thing. So we grab that, we're going to put it right in the center of there. This is super critical. If we miss by even a particle of an inch, we could kill thousands of people. So we just put that right there, and then we're going to grab that and I think add modifier boolean, and we'll select that object, and that should cut us a hole in our slop sink. And I'm just going to hide that, and we'll leave that there. We don't really have to mess with it because we still have a lot of work to do on the sink here. So I think we need to actually, I might have to extend these out. Let's see how that looks if I just put an E right there and bring those forward. Not great. What if, damn, because I want a little more edge back there. I shouldn't have done that yet. But you know what? We're just gonna do it anyway, and we're not gonna worry too much about it. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. So we're just gonna bring that forward. I think, let's see, how much of a lip do we need? And I do want the back end of it to be higher just for looks anyway. I know that's pretty short back there, but I want it to be like a panel. So we're going to have that. I guess we just need to come forward a little more. So G on the Y, probably about right here. And that creates a kind of unsightly thing right there. So what I'm going to do is just do a little surgery there. We'll go into wireframe. I'm going to S on the Y, 0, have that all right there. And then I'm going to, this probably isn't the greatest way to do it. If I go to solid, I'll hide these. And then, yeah, So, damn, this is very hard to see. Let me actually undo a lot of this shit. I think I have a better solution. Yeah. Let's see, do we have enough Control Z points? I think we do. No, we don't, dude. Okay. So, let me just delete dissolve edges. So right there, we can still do that. Let's see, how am I going to fix this? I could just, what I was going to do is take this and basically just join it to that edge right there. So I think I should just redo a whole bunch of that stuff. Can I redo? I cannot. So let me just do it over. Is that a good idea? Yeah, we'll just have this here, and then what I'm going to do is just start joining this shit. So I'm going to hit here, and we're going to say merge vertices at center. And then we're going to do that down here too, merge vertices at center. And I'm just going to get rid of the faces on the inside of here. So we'll select, we'll delete the faces. So now we have that, I guess, looking better. Yeah, for right now that's fine. There's going to be water in here anyway, so there's going to be a lot of stuff that you can't see, and I prefer that to what we have currently. So let's delete that, delete the face, and then we'll grab this vertices right here, and we'll say merge at center. And I probably should have done it at last, but whatever. Merge at center, and then we have this one here. We're gonna merge that at the last. Merge vertices at last, and then merge vertices at last. And it's like, we probably do have some double faces, but you know, is that the end of the world? You know, probably not. Let's actually get rid of them though. I think it's just, we can just grab, yeah, we'll delete the faces. And we have a very interesting thing going on there. Let me actually hide these faces so we can see what's going on. So these are the faces we want to delete because they're just not needed. And then we can get rid of those two because they're not needed. So perfect. And then we can get rid of those vertices actually. I mean, not vertices, these lines. So delete the edges. Oh, and there's another one there. Perfect. Delete the edges. There we go. Get out of here. So Alt-H to reveal all the hidden stuff. And let's see if I move this around. So yeah, there's kind of an issue there. So we have this vertices here. Well, you know what? It should be fine. You're never gonna see it. What happens if I go here and I just get rid of that? Delete dissolve edges. Yes, perfect. Much better. All right, I think we're getting somewhere. I don't feel as much of a failure anymore. We'll grab this, and then we need to grab, well, we need to make something come out of here that'll be like a sprocket that will be the sink. So I guess we'll add a cylinder. That makes the most sense. We'll bring it on over. G on the Y, and then we'll G on the Z to bring it on up. Bring it here. Let me make sure I got object. Where is shade smooth? Shaded smooth. And then we're going to go to material preview. Let me set the material to the seamless metal, and same with this. It'll be seamless metal. So then we need to do what? How am I going to make this look like a sink? So that's what a sink is looking like these days. Well, let's just shape it out. So we got one main tube coming right off the top right here. We're going to shift D, R on a 45, and then R45. Shift D, R45, negative. I should have gone 90 degrees, R45, negative, other side, G on the X. Bring that shit on over. We'll have that like right there, and I think we need to make all of these a little bigger. And what I'm gonna do now is add a icosphere. We'll bring that over there. GZ, bring that up, and we'll apply the seamless metal. And we'll just bring that over there. Scale it up just a little bit. I think these need to be rotated just a little more. So like maybe there and maybe there, maybe out 60 degrees. And then this needs to be a little bigger. This main sprocket needs to be bigger. S on the Shift Z. So like there, it needs to take up the majority of it. And then I'm going to join. Well, probably not yet. I need to take this, edit mode. I'm going to grab that and hit E. And then I'm going to scale that out and then bring it out again. And scale it, and then we'll E and scale it again, and then we'll go E. Give it a nice like little indent right there, bring that down. So that looks like a handle. And then I think what I'm going to do is actually get rid of this one and then just Shift D, R 180 on the Z, and then we'll go G on the X and bring it over until it's just about right. Hot is on the I think hot's on the left, cold, no, hot's on the right, cold's on the left. My dad was a plumber, he taught me, but I completely forgot. So you would not be happy with me right now, but and my kitten is attacking my legs. Alright, so if anybody wants an update on Goblin's doing good. He's nice and annoying. You know, there he is. Okay, so we now need to, I think I'm going to, as this goes up, it's going to get skinnier, so we'll just kind of bring that in right there, and then we'll bring it up. And then I'm actually going to hit another E. I'll scale that down and then bring it in like that, kind of like it's a cover. GZ. Get off the keyboard. You can't be on the keyboard. Let me bring that back up and then scale this down. And yeah, I think what I'm gonna do too is just hit like a loop cut right here, and I'm going to select these faces and E, and then S to extrude them out a little bit, and that way this will kind of look like a bracket. What the hell happened there? Yeah, so we'll extrude them out, scale it, GZ. And I'm gonna make this kind of like a plasticky texture, so it looks like a bracket or whatever. And then we'll have the rest of the slinky sink coming out there and being attached to a little handle. So I've got to make another little metal piece, and we'll take a our good old, let's use a Taurus. So we're gonna go GY, bring it over, and it's got to be, I guess, close to the size of that, because it's going to be a like holder. So we got that, and let's get rid of a good amount of these vertices. So let's see, if I grab these two here, I want to make sure I have them all selected, even the bottom ones, because I'm going to use a little trick. I can just keep hitting Control plus and it'll select them in each direction. So I can hit Control plus here, and I kind of want to have it be like a fork-ish type thing, so I can hit Control minus to go back a little bit. I'm going to have it like right there and delete, and we're just going to delete the faces. And then I'm going to grab these edges right here, Alt, and then we'll hit F to create a face, and we can even maybe scale them just a little bit, and I'm going to scale them individually. Scale them like that. No, don't scale them like that. Solid. There we go. Yeah, I think I will scale them pretty closed, and then if I feel like, you know, we need more, yeah, I feel like we need more of a, you know, a nice little thing like that. There we go. All right, and then let's make this a shade smooth, and we'll apply our seamless metal texture, and this will be holding our like sink thingy. So now let's make a thing coming off of here. So we're actually going to show off and use a curve. So let me hide this. Let me say add, and we're going to say curve, Bezier curve. We'll bring that over here. We'll go to wireframe. We're going to R on the X 90, yeah, R on the Y 90, and then R on the Z 90. And then, you know, now we're cooking with gas, so we can move this over here, and we can hit this edit mode, bring this up, and then we'll hit E, and E. I guess this will probably be like here. We'll have this one over here. I'm trying to figure out how tall we should make this thing. We'll have that there, and then I'm going to subdivide that so we get a little more there. And nice, we'll come back down through here, and we'll hit R and kind of turn it out like that. So then we don't worry that that's off center at all. We're just going to do that. I think I am going to turn it. It's hard to see, so I go there. I'm going to turn it on the Z to be like there, just to match the picture a little better. And then what we're going to do is go to the geometry of it right here, and we can add an extrude, and then we want to add some depth to that extrude. So we have like a snake. So how do we make it? There we go. I want it to be like, you know, kind of like that. And we'll probably make this, let's see. So it's like that, you know, coppery thing. I think we can do that. Not coppery, but, you know, that texture thing. I think I can figure out a, let me Google that. So let's go texture, piping, and I'm sure I can find some type of thing that resembles it. Nice. I found one. That one's actually probably not going to work. Give me 1 second. Alright, there we go, and I'm going to have to open that one up in GIMP. So we'll go open and textures, horror cooking game, references. Is that it? Or, yeah, that is it. Awesome. I just named it metal, which is a bad idea. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. So, it looks like this is a licensed photo. So what are we going to do about that? We're going to crop it. Bam. Look at that. All right. So, now we can export as a JPEG, and we'll put it right back in our references, and then I'm going to go to material, new, and we'll call this piping, poppin', and then image texture, and then we'll open it. We need to go up, references, what did I call it? Nice. So if I then go to shading, and I oh, UV editing, sorry. Get out of here, Gooblin. Alright, so we need to move this around. Nice. You can't be here. It's very hard to focus. Alright, so we got the piping right there. And then let's go edit mode. Can I even unwrap it? What would happen? I guess you can't. So we have to convert this into a mesh. So are we happy with that shape? I'm saying yes, because we're making this pretty damn fast. So I'm going to convert into a mesh. We can then grab the mesh and go to edit mode, A, UV, unwrap, and we have it on. That was a bad idea. Right now we have it, I think, as we want it. So let me just hit that. Go to material preview, and then we're going to hide all the blender layers so we can actually see what we're working with. So then if we scale that up, yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there. Just kind of like a nice pipe texture. So I think that'll do it. So let me go back to layout. And yeah, I might have to go back into GIMP real quick, and we'll say, where is it? Filters, generic, normal map, and we'll make that normal map and we'll export it. We'll call this metal pipe normal. Awesome. And then we'll go to shading, and we'll go to add texture, image texture, and then we'll go to add, and then we'll go to normal map, and then we'll put that in there. Bam. Blast it on in there. And let's get that normal texture. Normal. We throw that on there. Isn't that lovely? Wowee. Okay. So, and then we go to render it and we can see our pipe in all of its beauty, and now we need to make a connecting piece for this to that. So there's only one thing for that, and that would be, we could make another curve, but let's just use the simple cylinder because he stays humble and true to his roots. So we'll then rotate him about 90 degrees, we'll then scale it, and then S on the Y to scale it over this way. We'll bring it in, and then we'll throw it right up in there. S on the Y, Y, S, X. Is it the Z? It's the damn Z. So then we can also spin it a little bit on the Z as well. Put it right there because what the hell. And then we will add a seamless metal texture. We're then going to grab this, this, and this and say Control J. So now we have our sink. I think we need to mess around with this a little more as well. We're going to grab these. I think it needs to be a little further there, and then we'll scale them both up. Yeah, that looks a little rough right there. What happens if I go to Object, Shade Smooth? That looks kind of cool. I kind of like that actually. And I think what I'll do is grab this, and if we can just pull this out a little bit. Actually, I want to grab that single vertices and move it forward. I think that'll be more aesthetic. So we'll do that. And that looks kind of cool. I think that's a very nice touch that we've added there. And should we add some type of shower head in here, since that would be such an easy thing to do? I believe we should. We should go... Oh, one more thing I wanted to do, just to make this cool. Edit mode. I want to grab this, and I'm going to say new texture, and we're going to call this red. And we'll make it red. And we'll say assign. And then we're going to go over here. Oh, these are different. We'll grab that and we'll say new blue, and we'll take the blue and we'll assign it, and there we go. We got hot and cold. So that's rocking and rolling. Let's go ahead and add the cone. The cone of shame, and we'll bring it over here and bring it up. So we want to make a shower head. Let me hide this, bring that there. We need to make a few adjustments to this shape. Can we put a cut around there? We cannot. That's weird, but whatever. Let me grab just this. We'll say E, and we'll shrink it down. We'll bring it in, and then what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually going to delete this point, and now I have just this, which is cool. So I can bring that up and make more of a, you know, conic shape. So we have that there, and I'm just gonna do E, and I'm gonna bring this in just a little bit, and that should look pretty good. It'll connect right here anyway. So yeah, so we'll just have this. I think I might get rid of a bit of the hose and just have it, you know, straight down into the sink. Or actually, you know what? I kind of like the idea of it just leaking out of that one hose, but you know, that would look really shitty. You know what? Fuck it. For now, we're just gonna have it leak out of this hose, because it's supposed to be like a really crappy, you know, environment to work in. So nice. We got the fridge, we got the friolator. Alt H, let's reveal all the hidden stuff. Hide that, hide that, hide that. So, what do we have here? We got the sink. Gotcha. We got the fryer. Gotcha. We got the freezer. Gotcha. We got the screen to display orders, and the tubs of things was basically supposed to be like different tubs of vegetables that we can grab or, you know, stuff. So I think I'm going to put that in front of the screen here. I think that'll make it easier for the player when they're grabbing stuff to see it. The screen will probably be a little bit out there. So let's take a look and see if I can find a reference picture. So let's say, you know, like the ones they got like at Chipotle, food holding cart. Yeah. No, I don't want to buy one. You fuck. Save image as. Alright. We'll save it as food cart. Food cart Areno. So we save it, and then let me go back into Blender and we'll say file, import, and images planes. We will then import our food cart. And of course we're going to have to scale it up because it's super teeny tiny. Alright, R on the Z, 90. And yeah, so that's essentially what we want to make without those drawers on the front. So essentially another Friolator, but with different proportions and like a little cutting board. So yeah, we start with our cube as we are wont to do. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, good morning. It's actually like 11:18. Oh wow, it's 11:18. Okay, so nice. Let me move this over here. We got that cart. We're gonna get it going. G, we bring it over here. We scale it a little more. Oh, it's too tall, so we bring it down, bring it up. And I think we should bring it a little more like this. And that looks pretty good. Let's bring it further against the wall. So we want to make some drawers in here. So let's just do a I for an insert, S on the X to make it a little more uniform on those edges. And I think what I'm going to do is just take, like we did over here on the Friolator, we'll go like 1, 2, 3. I mean, how many ingredients are we going to have? Let's just make enough for... That's too many. That's too damn many. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ingredients sounds like too few. 5 sounds like... I think 6 sounds like a good amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I have to put one more, and then we're going to adjust these so they're more even. I just kind of had to get them in there. So let me go to wireframe. I'm actually going to S on the Y to make these all S and the X, and we'll scale them to make them all like, you know, aligned. There we go. And then we want to space them evenly, or as evenly as we can. You know, I'm not gonna freak out about it. Yeah, so what do you think? Like right here, and then right here, and then like right there. Good enough. Good as gold. I think some are a little bigger than others. G on the X will bring that over. I think this one, we need to bring both of these over. And that is close enough. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna half my work by going to this side and deleting it. Oh shit! Let me delete all those vertices. Get them out of here. We don't need them. And then we'll go to add modifier. Where is the mirror? So we'll do it that way. And I might have just messed up there, but we'll see. Let's go back to wireframe or solid, and we'll go back to edit mode. And I'm going to hit these. And if I hit I, actually I don't want to do that. I think that's why I said I might have messed up. I think I need to add another little cut here, otherwise there won't be any lip. So yeah, there we go. Now I can hit these individually and hit like E, bring them down, and then if I hit this one, okay, so I am gonna need a little more separation in between these. So let me go here. I'll put this there, and then I'll put this one there, and that looks much more even, much more better. So we'll extrude these down now, and then these are going to hold ingredients like onions or whatever. And yeah, I guess we really don't need a whole lot else to this. I think we can grab it. Let's bevel these edges to make it. I think we're going to use the same fridge texture just to be cheap about it. And we'll grab all the edges and we will bevel them to our heart's content. And we're going to add some extra segments in there. Right there. I think that'll do us some good. And I think we're going to leave these edges hard, maybe. Should we? What happens if I bevel these? What do they look like? Maybe a little more. I think that's good, so I'm actually going to grab all of them and do it. And that should keep us going. So I'm going to grab all those and we'll bevel them just slightly, and I am going to add a secondary segment in there, and that looks good. So let's go to object mode now, and I kind of want to do like a one right here and another like right here. Oh shit, right there. And I just want to maybe add like a slight variation. Can I like grab all these? If I hit E and then I scale them in, yeah, I just wanted to bring them like slightly in just a little bit, like that. Whoops, on the front there it's a little weird. Let me get rid of this for a second. Grab that, go to edit mode, and I want these lines to line up right there, which will most likely mean that we're protruding into our... Oh no, we're good. I thought we would be protruding into our little things down there, but yeah, see, now it's got a little panel to it. I think I kind of like that look, and I think we actually, can we move, what happens if we just move this back on the Y? Of course it's going to, of course it would do that. Can we just dissolve that edge? Probably not, because it's like our main edge. How can we solve this conundrum? Maybe it's fine. Maybe we don't need to solve it. Maybe that's okay. That looks fine. I'm not that worried about it. So now, what type of textures are we going to use? We're going to grab these and we'll make these all metal. These are all going to be the seamless metal. I think I need to add textures before I start trying to assign them. So we're going to make this one the... where's the fucking... didn't I have a fridge? Am I losing it? Oh, freezer, no. Fridge gray. Are you serious? Fridge gray. Alright, what? Fridge gray, there we fucking go. Alright, let's go to materials. So now we got the fridge gray going on. I am going to go ahead and apply the mirror. Just because I don't want to keep messing with this and messing with this. And then let's go ahead and just select all these. I probably should have not applied the mirror just yet, but I don't want that texture to be repeated on both sides of the outside, so it would be better for me to do it this way, I believe. And what I'm going to do is grab all of these and assign them to the metal texture. So it looks like we done got all of them now. And that's good. So let's go to here and we're going to do new. We'll grab the seamless metal texture and we will assign. So there we go. I'm also going to Control A and hit the scale so the scale is uniform across the entire thing. And let me get my music back on playing. There we go. Alright, so now we need to fix this up. I'm going to make that metal too. This little lip right here. I think that'll look cool. So I'll select all that and we're going to grab the seamless metal and assign. Now let me start doing some UV stuff. So if I grab this and I go to shading, UV editing, and I come over here, you grab that and let me display all my stuff. Alright, so we have that side. I think we gotta flip it 90 and then scale it on the S. So that looks pretty good. We're then going to do the same for the one up here. So we grab that, and I think I'm going to unwrap it, UV unwrap, and then we'll go R90, oops, R90, bring it over, scale it up. Looking pretty decent. We're going to do the same thing over here. Maybe I can get both of them at once. R90. Maybe I don't need to flip those. Maybe I can just kind of scale this. And then we'll grab this and we'll scale that as well. Alright, so then let's get this front here. Whoops. And we might get some of these twice, or whatever. UV unwrap. Let's see what that does. Okay. Grab these. L to select the linked, and I'll scale them out a little bit. I'll do the same thing over here, R90, and then bring it over and scale it out. I guess that looks about the same. We just need to fix this one. Alright. There we go. I kind of like the way that looks. Let's maybe fix those metal textures a little bit. So if I grab the seamless texture and I... how do I click? Oh, I have to be in edit mode, that's right. Edit mode, and I want to select just the seamless texture, and what I want to do is Probably spin it 90 degrees because it seems to be the sweet spot, and I want to scale it up. Let me grab these separately if I can. So there's my metal thing right there. So I kind of want them to roughly fit on that. And hopefully that should look the best. I'm not stressing out a whole bunch about it because it's probably not really that big of a deal. Let's just grab all of these. I think some of my UVs are messed up, but where is this guy? Okay, so these I'm gonna have to unwrap because they are not unwrapped. And they'll probably end up looking way better, so. Let's go UV unwrap. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That's much better, I guess. Good enough. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Alt H to unhide everything. Do we have enough to start our game up? We have the fryolator that we wanted. We have the stuff to hold the ingredients. We have the sink. And we have the fridge for our frozen goods, and we can always duplicate these if we need to add more substances. And then we have our television monitor, which I'll probably have on like separate screens over here, which will display what we need to make. So everything is actually looking pretty good, and what I'm going to do is just delete my reference images for now. And I'm going to also delete the camera and the lights, as well as the reference model will keep. Oh shit, that was my TV. Okay, and then we're going to export all this stuff into Blender. I'm into Godot. Let me apply that Boolean modifier. Let me delete that. Yeah, I think that should be good to go. What am I gonna do with like the walls and stuff like that? I think so here's my idea is okay, so if I go to world environment and I change the color down to black and the strength of the lights down to 0, and I go to render, it's basically going to be like kind of like a hellscape, and there'll be kind of like, I was going to take make human models, put them in here, and then like distort their faces and stuff, and then have them like, you know, scream out the orders onto the screen, big demons and stuff, and then your guy is running around making these whatever they are for the guys. I'm not going to worry about walls right now is what I'm trying to say. I might have like some stuff coming up here that's like all broken and the edge is all cracked and shit. But we will figure that out as we get there. We need to make some kind of hellish hellscape out here. So how are we going to do that? We're going to do it real quick by adding a plane. We're going to do this, bring it on out to about there. It's going to be pretty big. I'm going to have to go to my view and just add a little more there. Bam, and let's change back to material view so we can see what we're doing. And what I'm going to do here is go to edit mode and just add a ton of, well, probably not a ton, probably what, like 200 of those, and do the same thing over here. We're going to do that. We'll do 200 of these. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to change it to my select circle. I am then going to just grab a bunch of these kind of randomly in here. I'm going to punch out a center, and you'll kind of see what I'm doing after that. Make it not too even, not too uneven. It's going to be like a landmass type deal. So we'll do that. We're going to delete those faces, and then I'm going to grab the vertices. We'll grab the proportional editing, which will like move stuff proportionally, and I'm going to grab the selection box. And then what I can do is I can grab vertices, right? What am I doing here? Yes, that's the one I need. And so now I can grab this and hit G on the Z, and then I can move my proportional editing. So what we're going to do is kind of move this around to make some mountains. So then I can grab this here and hit like G, Z, make that a little higher. And we'll do that all around here. And I kind of want to bring it out so that the geometry isn't completely flat. So it's got a little personality to it. We'll do that right there, and then we'll have like a river of blood underneath it, big old river of blood. You know, that'll keep them out, man. So we'll do that. Throw that right on there. You know, I mean, you can take as much time doing this as you want. I've done this a lot, so I'm just going to kind of phone it in. So we'll grab maybe the tops of these, and then G on the whatever, bring it on up. And yeah, we'll do it over here. We'll make a big old mountain. Do it over here. And over there as well. You know what this reminds me of is that show Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell on Adult Swim. My brother and I used to watch that when we were completely drunk, and it was the funniest thing in the world. So I kind of don't want, I want like all the stuff that's like there, I want that to be like underground, so I'm going to bring some of this stuff down. So I can add the like blood river or whatever I want to do. Can I just grab this entire thing? Oh, no, I can't. Damn, that would have been nice. But yeah, so we're doing this. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then what am I going to use for a texture? Probably some type of... I might just use like a raw meat texture. So we got all that right there. Our player will be looking at. I'm going to save this scene. I'm going to skip to the next song, and let's go grab a raw meat texture. And nice, that's pretty gross. Let me save it as the meat. Alright, so now I'm going to come into here and we'll add a new material. We'll add that image texture and we'll open it up. The meat. So yeah, for right now that'll do just fine. We'll go to edit mode, Control A, scale, edit, UV, smart UV project. Let's see how that does. Looks pretty creepy. What if I go to UV editing and I just kind of scale it up a ton? Yeah, I mean, for right now, that's kind of fine. Kind of looks like volcano-ish. And what I could do is go to GIMP, and I'll probably do that. File, open, Damit, and what I'll do is go to color, colorize, and I'll kind of color it black. And I think it would look more like a volcano rock type deal. So I need to grab like a reddish I think that would look cool there. And then we will go to, we're going to file, export as, we'll just save right over it, I don't even care. And then we'll go to filters, and we'll go to generic, normal map. We'll get that normal map, and we'll export that as well. Delete, and we'll make it normal. Nothing normal about that, but we're making it so. We'll go to shading, we'll go to add texture, image texture, and then we'll add our normal map, throw that on in there. We load it on in, and then we slam down that texture. So, if we go to rendered now, and I turn back on our mega light, so what was this guy supposed to be at? Actually, let me just change this guy to a sun, and we'll turn it down to 1. So, I mean, that looks pretty creepy, and what I need to do now is, I think I'm going to grab the whole thing and just scale it on the Z to kind of make them a little more intimidating looking, and sync it down a little bit, and then I can add another plane here. Let's see, I just need it to go like, you know, kind of to the edge there, and I'll have like a fall off effect so you can't see past them, and I'll just bring this down till it's like a little underneath like that, and this will add a texture to make it look like an ocean of blood. And then I think on this, what I'm actually going to do is just take it, we'll grab it here. No, goblin, stop trying to ruin my stream. And then we'll bring it down. Oh shit, I forgot proportional editing was on. We'll turn that off. I'm gonna hit E and scale that in, and then bring it down, and then do the same thing again, and then E, and then it will be like a big long pillar extending down into the depths of limbo. So that's looking much better as far as that texture there. Why don't, yeah, let's just, even though it wouldn't be like, you know, possible, we're gonna wrap the entire thing in linoleum. Nice, not what I wanted to do. I want to get this one and that one and that one and that one and that one. And I want to say UV unwrap, UV smart UV project, and let's see where that gets me. Let's go to UV editing, focus in on it, and yeah, that's not bad. How do I scale it just a little bit? Much better. So let's go back to layout, and so this is how it's gonna look basically. For now, I think that's a very good place to start importing and start fixing shit. So we're going to save it, and then I'm going to, I guess I should name some of this stuff, since we don't have a whole ton. We'll call this Blood Plane. This is going to be Flesh Mountain. And what are we going to do here? We'll call this platform, and I think I'll just, well, we can actually, we don't need to make anything. We'll call this, that's the slop sink, I believe. Slop sink. We got the fryolator. We have this, which is the well, that's under the fridge armature, so we should know what that is. This shall be the veggie tray. This is our TV. Wowee. We're just gonna size reference, got that. These cylinders here. Nice. So these should all be joined. Control J. And I think I'm going to join this to the sink as well because there's no reason not to. Control J. And we'll just call this the sink. So that should be good enough. What is this? Oh yeah, we need to apply those modifiers. So we'll go here. And then flip G channel. I don't know what that means. Alright, so yeah, we're going to hit apply. And nice. Let's see what else. So this cylinder here, that has some type of, armature modifier. This plane, we have to apply this plane. We're going to apply it. I think that's it. So let's take everything we got, control save, and I'm going to go file, export as a GLTF, and then I'm going to I actually have to make a new Godot project before that. So we'll go into Godot, we'll say new project, we're going to say oh man, what am I going to call this game? Let's just call it horror cooking. Create that folder and then create an edit, and let's make a new file in here when it loads. So we'll say create new folder, and we'll say initial scene. Actually, let's call it assets, and then we'll make a new folder. This will be scene 1. Scene 1. Very creative names. So now we can go here. We can say file, export as GLTF, and then we'll go where did we make that? Horror cooking, assets, scene 1, and we'll say mockup scene. Sounds good. So now it's exporting. It didn't take that long. We can pop on into Godot. And we'll take a look. We'll then open up the mockup scene right here. And what we'll do is say this. We'll say make local, and then we'll take the transform and put it back to 0. And this is how it's going to look for right now. And I think I need to grab this and say shade smooth. I forgot to do that. But you can see the rest of our stuff came in looking pretty just all right. We need to fix some stuff, but I knew that was going to be an issue. But yeah, we've been at it for a couple hours now. I think this is a good place to leave off, and I'll probably be back at it tomorrow. It was good to see everyone. Everybody have a great day. Goblin. Oh, Goblin says goodbye. He says goodbye to everyone.